Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, welcome back to another powder coating episode, where today we're going to be laying on the Columbia Coatings Kilo Gray Metallic. This is a very, very nice, highly metallic gloss finish powder coat, and it's real nice. Let me see if I have the can. I don't. I thought I did. However, this is what we got going today. We got 4 different wheel faces. I believe these are going on, I could be wrong, with BMW. The customer came to us. They were pretty rough. There was actually like up to 3 layers of powder coat on these things, and as you can see, they're completely blasted now. That took some time and some help from our buddy over at Luke over at Cobra Powder Coatings. He helped us out. He's got a really heavy duty commercial blaster for those tough jobs such as the powder coat layers, and he was able to eat through that for us. We don't use the chemicals here to strip them. It's just too, I don't know, we just haven't got into the chemical stuff. And but this is where we're at. We have a clean slate, and they've been outgassed. So I've already run these through the oven at 450 for about an hour to help with any, because it's dirty used aluminum, so it tends to be porous and pit or anything like that. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna lay them into the epoxy primer from Columbia Coatings with our Cool Coat 3.0 system. And we recently just got their mini hopper set up for our new Cool Coat gun. We're just waiting for the regulator system to come in so we can regulate it, and then we're gonna be able to run our Cool Coat 3.0 like a hopper, like a big commercial hopper system, where we can literally take our pound of powder, boom, set it down there, and feed it right out of our mini box feeder. So that's gonna be cool, and we'll do a full episode on setting that up and using it, and a review on that as well. But today, what we're gonna do, get the oven fired up, we're gonna start laying on the epoxy primer, and then get into that Kilo Gray. All right, we got our wheels all set up. They're completely cooled down. I'm gonna go ahead, we got our epoxy primer all loaded up into the gun. We're gonna be running around 75 kilovolts on there, about 7 or 8 pounds of pressure, till we get a nice even flow out of there. I don't even know, I'm not quite looking at the flow. Yeah, hold on, let me dial that in. I'll get right back in. All right, here we go. We're running around 70s, 80s, and that is a good powder cloud right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my light, first of all, so I'm missing that, and give these things a good coat of epoxy primer. Be right back with you. All right, we got our light all loaded up there. Turn the machine back on, and I'll give you another view of this here. I'll try to do it from the gun's perspective. How's that? Trying to get a nice even coat on there as well, and sometimes you have to turn your pressure up a little bit. I'm super excited to be able to use that the mini hopper, essentially a mini box feeder from Columbia Coatings. So I'm excited to get that set up. Hopefully by the next video we'll have that thing all set up there. But I'm gonna go ahead and make sure all surfaces are covered nicely, and get these into the oven so we can get them flowed out for our top coat. All right, we got our oven set at 400 degrees. We got our epoxy primer all applied and ready to go in the oven. And what you can see is some guys will not coat this surface right here, the mounting surface. However, we always will, unless the customer requests it, leave a layer of primer on there. We won't put the top coat on this layer, just the primer, so it has some protection from corrosion and stuff, because up here in New England, if we leave those faces bare for the most part, unless it's just a straight up summer vehicle, it's gonna start corroding right underneath that powder coat and creep on right out in no time. We've never had an issue with a balance issue or anything like that, just wanna make that clear. But we typically will put a thin layer of primer on the mounting surface as well, unless it's someone's requesting that we don't do it for whatever reason. All right, so everything's in the oven. The oven's coming up to temperature still. It's not quite the 400 degrees yet. And the key to this epoxy primer is you want to get it to the powder is just flowed out, meaning everything is glossed over and smoothed out. Maybe a minute or 2 past that, that's it. Take it out, because those, the cast aluminum or the aluminum is going to hold a lot of heat, and you don't want to fully cure your primer so it turns into like a really dull gray. Then your adhesion is not going to be as well, so your longevity of the job is not going to be as good as either. All right, guys, we got them out of the oven. Good layer of primer on there, pretty heavy layer on there. Just flowed out, so not fully cured. Now, keep in mind, whatever substrate you're working with, like a raw aluminum like this, that has a real good profile on it and stuff, you're still going to have that profile unless these things were completely sanded gloss smooth before you did any powder coating. So make sure everybody is aware of that as well. It's gonna look awesome regardless. So we're gonna let those cool back down. We're gonna hit them with that Kilo Gray Metallic. Just want to quickly show you a pretty cool little tool from Coatings by Coats. It connects to our shop vac here, and it allows you to vacuum off tighter and smaller places. For instance, once we lay on the top coat, we can go ahead and vacuum off that top coat from that prime surface that we were talking about. He also has these like little micro vacuum kits. We have this as well for getting those really tight reach areas. It connects to your airline in the shop. They work awesome, so definitely check out his stuff too. Coatings by Coats. I believe he has a pretty big Etsy store. All right, we got the rims down below 100 degrees. About 30 on the KV because I'm still using the wide mouth nozzle. It actually works really good on this Cool Coat 3.0 with the DPW on it, the digital pulse waves. You can get in those hard to reach areas. So I'm going ahead and use that wide mouth, not the wide mouth, sorry. This fan spray as much as we possibly can because I like the way it sprays. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these sprayed out. You can always tell that is such a nice color. Can't wait to see that in the sun. All right, it's really hard to film this and hold the GoPro, but in a nutshell, you're just going through with this thing here and you're vacuuming off the surfaces that you don't want the final coat on. So you don't want extra buildup on this flange right here. You can kind of see where I'm going with that. So it's tedious. I'm gonna put the camera down so I don't mess up because then you're spraying powder again. All right, we got a nice heavy coat of the that Kilo Gray Metallic over the epoxy primer. Then you went ahead and, as you saw us, vacuum off the mounting surface of those wheels there. So now we're gonna put them in our 400 degree oven, and that is a 10-minute cure at 400 degrees part temperature. So it's not 400 degrees for 10 minutes until that part is 400 degrees, which could take half an hour. So in they go. All right, guys, they are out of the oven. We ended up doing 2 coats of the top coat, Kilo Gray. In order to help smooth that out, we had a good thick coating of epoxy primer on there, but these were pretty rough and porous from some pitting. So we helped smooth them out with 2 coats of the Kilo Gray. That really smoothed them out. I really wish the sun was out. It's not sunny today. It's kind of a bummer. I don't think I can really show you outside, but they're all done and they came out really cool. That's a nice color. That may even be my new favorite color, to be honest with you. As far as on wheels, that's sharp. I like that. The sun was out. We take them outside in the natural light because that's what really pops. I did a sample on a can the other day, which I can't find, and it is awesome in the sun. So with that being said, I hope you guys liked the video. You picked up a few tips. Go ahead and drop a comment, a like, maybe even a subscribe. Give us a watch, a follow, all that good stuff. We appreciate all you guys. Scott, Flip and Customized.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign.